Welcome once again to Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. I'm pleased this time out to bring to your attention two great fiction books that are very highly recommended. The first is Not a Happy Family by SHARI LAPENA. This is published by Doubleday Canada and it retails for $24.95. By the title, I guess you can figure out, it's going to be a book about a family, and they're going to have problems. So that's not a spoiler. That's just based on the title. But once you open the book, you're going to find a most interesting work of fiction. But SHARI LAPENA is noted for her great works of fiction, her family mystery fiction, and this is certainly one of her best. The book revolves around, actually, it's just after Easter Sunday. The family has gotten together with the parents, Fred and Sheila Merton, the children and others. Actually, the children are Catherine, Dan, and Jenna. They are the three children of the Mertons. Irina, the housekeeper, she is also there, along with assorted friends. Now, it seems like a normal Easter Sunday, but the next day after that, there's trouble. Actually, there's murder. Fred and Sheila are found dead in their home by Irina, the housekeeper, maid, who has come there on Monday morning to clean the house. Now, she finds the mother, Sheila, has been strangled, and Fred, the father, his throat has been slit, and he's been savagely stabbed in the back almost a dozen times. So it's obvious that someone was a little more upset with him than with the mother. So police are called in, of course, to investigate the case, and they are detectives Ray and Barr. And immediately they surmise that it likely was a family member that did it, because it appears that robbery was a motive, but there's also clues to them that something else was going on, that the mother was strangled, not violently, almost lovingly. And so soon we find out through the chapters, the perspectives from each child. And each child has their own theories, their own thoughts, ready to blame the other person. Now, we also learn that daughter Catherine went to the house the night that they died, and she actually found her parents dead. But she didn't call the police because she was worried that they might surmise that another of the children killed the parents. So it's soon we start thinking, who was the killer? And we also find that Irina, the maid / housekeeper, who found the bodies, found the bloodied knife, and she wiped the knife clean, and she even cleaned the fingerprints off because she thought one of the children was the killers. So it's everybody surmising the other person, but there's a few more interesting plot twists, including the fact that there's a girl by the name of Rose Cutter, who was a sort of illegitimate child of Fred. Now, Rose never knew that she was part of that family. And as we find out, the children know that their father was filthy rich, a millionaire many times over, but he was ready to change his will. So the question is, was he killed before he could change the will because one of the children was afraid of being written out of the will? So there's one plot twist after another that makes you think from start to finish now, who is really behind the killings? Now, it's quite a surprise at the end, but for some, they might have figured it out. So anyways, Not a Happy Family is a very happy, positive read. And once you open the book up and start reading, you will be mesmerized by the way SHARI LAPENA writes this book. So add it to your must-read list. The second book of note that I want to draw to your attention is A Dark and Secret Place by Jen Williams. This is published by Crooked Lane Books, and it retails for $34.99. Serial killer books are always very popular. Once you start a serial killer fiction book, you're hooked. And because people love them so much, authors keep writing this sordid serial killer, and this one is no exception. It is a riveting book, as most serial killer books are. This one features Heather Evans, who goes back home when she finds out that her mother, Colleen, for some reason committed suicide. The two hadn't been that close. She'd been away from home for quite some time. And when she goes back home, she starts looking through her mother's possessions, and she finds in the closet a big box of letters, correspondence, from a man by the name of Michael Riev, who is also known as the Red Wolf Killer. He was convicted nearly 2 decades before and sent to jail for killing, well, countless women. In fact, they think he killed a lot more than were actually found. And he always said he was innocent, but he was not. So as the book progresses, it is told between past and present as we find out how Michael became the man that he was. He did actually kill his mother early in the book, and he dragged his mother out into the woods. And a man came and found him and took him to his place, and it was almost like he groomed him to become one day a serial killer. Now, there is a Deputy Inspector, Ben Parker, who was on the case. He, along with Heather, are looking into the Red Wolf Killer because more killings are taking place present day, which there's no way they could have been Michael Riev's victims because he's been behind bars for, like I said, 2 decades. And it really gets complex as we find out these letters between Colleen and Michael and their relationship. And there are a few very distinct twists and turns that are going to really surprise you. And you're going to say, But some people might surmise what really happened. The book is multi-layered. In fact, the killings today resemble the ones from 20 years ago, where flowers are either planted around the victim or inside the victim. It's very tense and very chilling, the way the book is written, and Jen Williams holds nothing back. So it is a book that is definitely going to keep your attention. You're going to love every second of it. And if you love serial killer thrillers, this one is definitely a dark and secret place that you should visit. So anyways, those are the 2 books I wanted to bring to your attention. Thank you for watching Shelf Life Book Reviews Online again. And please send me your comments. So stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, and above all, please stay in touch. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.